The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yo, anybody out there apart from JD? Haven't seen you for a while here. Must be at least 6 months since you've been on the side chat, if not longer. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to do a show this weekend. My dog is very sick, Charlie Roo. He's not eating. Whether he's end of life, we're not 100% sure, or a sore tooth. But he's not eating food, but you can hand feed him some stuff like biscuits, especially if it's got chocolate on it. He's very fussy, unlike a Labrador. He's eaten some toast, but I haven't done any today. And he drinks some water off a saucer. So he'll probably go to the vet tomorrow. Whether he comes back home, we don't know. So if I'm not 100% myself, you probably know why. I haven't been sleeping too well, and I haven't had time to prep much again. Always the same excuse, right? So we got Pilled up and running, and I'm not sure if anyone's out there. Say hi in the side chat if you're around. And yeah, we'll just go over a few things. I feel like I've forgotten something. Yeah, I forgot to free up some memory here. Let me just post up the side comments as well. Okay, what's happened here? Since Windows last update, things have been playing up. And how's the audio sounding? All okay? 1, 2, 3. Sounds alright here. It sounded alright and Pilled. Maybe the volume's too low now. I'm not sure. It's hard to get it right on OBS. Yeah, thanks, JD. Wish them a speedy recovery. Wow, he's getting up to the age of 15, and that's you know, that's getting up to the max that those type of dogs live generally. They die between 10 years and 17, so. And you know how active he was, jumping high and catching the ball in midair and landing on his back hips. So I didn't like doing that too much, because I knew that would be a problem later in life. But he was a wee bit of a daredevil, wasn't he? He would try and jump up a fence trying to get cats as well. He's a clever dog. So yeah. Without him, he won't exercise me, and I need someone to go out walking with, because I'm diabetic, so it would be a sad loss not having him around. I might have to just do night walks by myself. But yeah, it's like losing a mate, you know. What was God thinking, giving dogs such a short lifespan? It's just crazy. And yet a parrot can live over 100 years. And people have to get people to take their parrot in case they die, right? Because no one's going to live 100 years. Probably won't outlive a parrot. So yeah, kind of crazy. What was God thinking? Yeah, thanks, mate. At least you showed up. I don't think Google's sending out notifications though, from what I hear. And it is a bit later than I started last time, 11 AM, which would have been 11 PM UK. So over there it's about 2 AM, 2:30 in the morning. So who knows who's up on Saturday at 2:30? Generally me, but how many people are like me, you know? Yeah, probably a few night shift workers, because that's all I grew up with, was shift work mostly. Good money, better money anyway. New Zealand's really shit pay though. They undervalue people, that's why we leave and go to UK and USA and Australia to work instead. I'll just post up what we're doing today. We're doing more UFO videos. And Corbell's put out one which we'll have a look at. Although it's just a single frame, not a video again, which is what he seems to be doing. And I'll post up my web link here if you want to. Alright, I should post it up on Pilled too. Where's my Pilled gone? Hey, we got someone up there on Pilled. Who we got here? John, good to hear you. I am Insomniac. Yeah, I know the feeling. Cool, you can hear me, that's alright. I did do a pre-check, that's why there's a long intro, because I normally have to check it with Pilled, because well, I think I've got it sorted out for Pilled now with the software set up. So we're doing that, and like my bio, I've got a website where you can get the best episodes, although it probably needs to be updated. And various payment options there if you want to help support what I do in the field. Although it's very little lately because of things breaking down, hardware, and people getting sick. It's getting near that time of the season going, isn't it? The silly season. Yeah, I'll just pin that. There we got 3 lurkers on YouTube. Welcome. I see Google's been playing around with things, moving things around again. So I've re-enabled that attachment that I was using. That makes the videos a bit better with the view count down this side with the thumbs up, and it's still working. But I notice he hasn't tested it with large DPI, because I use 150 DPI because of my eyes, and of course the sub count gets overwritten by these stupid little buttons that he hasn't taken care of there by the looks of it. And I don't think it matters how big the window is, so it doesn't auto adjust. But yeah, other videos it should be fine though. Other people's videos. Don't know if I've got any here. I was going to look at. Is it? That's not a YouTube, is it? Oh yeah. What was that one? Oh yeah, it's about drones and stuff today, mostly. It's getting more clutter in the sky, which let me just check this over here. More clutter in the sky, that makes our job a bit harder to pull out the real ones, of course. Yeah, haven't got any, but we'll probably have a look at. I don't think Security's put out anything. We'll just check things over here because I'm a wee bit behind. But yeah, looks like he's still putting out one a month and still getting more money than most people in a month working. So he's doing okay. And he's making his millions of dollars still. So yeah, I think he doesn't need the money. He hasn't got the passion like we have. We do it without money, regardless. If he wasn't making money, he wouldn't be doing it today. Third phase of crap. Third phase of fake, as it's known as. So they got more garbage we can look at. Oh, look at this crap they got up here. More blurry video, so we'll probably have a look at that. Okay, so yeah, you see it probably work. The add-on puts them over here, which is good, and now you can see that it puts it under subscribe here. So as long as you're not using your own account, it works okay at the moment. So yeah, we'll get to that one and have a look around the web, see what's being classed as UFOs out there. And we'll see if we agree with them, basically. We'll analyze them. So, yeah, we've got the old stuff that we need to go over to here. Whether I will or not, I don't know. But we keep pushing it off. But yeah, that's well worth doing some science bits in it. So yeah, let's kick it off. You can see my subs have dropped at least 10 in the month. Why, I don't know. They don't like what I say. The truth matters to me, but it doesn't seem to matter to most UFO people, clearly. And they certainly don't like my dog videos, by the looks of it. And my politics, of course. As Gufon would say, they're all left hemisphere thinkers, not right. But I prefer to be smack down the middle, and that's what I voted for my government as well, down the middle there. Minor parties, which they got in, you know, they got in there and they can make a difference instead of the two big parties. Maybe America needs to go down that route of changing their first past the post voting system, and have some minor parties say. I don't know, their system is really complex and messy, isn't it? Like, they can't even impeach someone if they get enough votes in Congress, because it goes to the Senate, and if you ain't got enough votes on your team up there, it just gets rejected. So even if the person's a criminal and you got hard evidence, which is what's happening at the moment there with the Biden nonsense. So anyway, on to UFO stuff. Mick West, not many people like him, but he mostly gets the easy ones right. So he's got a bit of an ego, as you know, and he's left politics as well. He's an anti-Trumper, but and he's an anti-Elon Musk as well. I was hoping we'd get a good photo or video of a UFO from the holidays. Well, unfortunately, he's out of the inner circle, so a lot of the good ones you won't get to see, because if people don't like you, they're not going to give you a few frames of a decent UFO video. Now, there are some out there that I got and I analysed and put it up on my channel, but the videos weren't allowed to be public, and MUFON was a bit disappointed because they also said it was a UFO. So there are some good stuff out there, but Mick West will never ever get his hands on it. And the government disclosure and leaks is never going to ever happen either. So you ain't going to get any decent videos from them. Just blurry ones that he's going to call distant planes or birds or balloons or whatever. I still think the Tic Tac one, just going by the eyewitness accounts of different pilots, sounds like it was a real craft, right? Whether it was aliens, we don't know, but it was definitely not a plane by the sounds of it. But he won't give in. But here we go. We're talking about Corbell's latest release here. But no, we get a blurry, low resolution, poor contrast, highly compressed, cropped image of a drone-like entity in LIZ, which stands for Low Information Zone. So Jeremy trying to make more cash and make a movie from it later, probably. Let's put this out here. This is a military filmed UAP. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's necessarily aliens when they use UAP. That's a military term. But I think it's more correct to use that term than flying, because balloons don't really fly, they float, right? And UFOs, if they're using some sort of exotic technology, might also be buoyant rather than flying, right? There might be a mass reduction type science that they figured out, and you just need little small engines just to push it along, or some vortex field effect that what's his name, Scheisbecker was working on, creating a spinning. That's probably why the UFO spins as well. It probably is part of that science technology behind it. So they reckon they fired upon by a UK fighter jet. So fire first and then ask questions later, is it? Fired a missile at it. And how do you know that wasn't a DARPA experiment they were firing at, you know? It may have been top secret and they're doing a test thing, and maybe it just come down over UK airspace by mistake. Oh, we'll just shoot it down. Oh, $1 billion research project up in flames. Despite initially being reported by mainstream media as a hostile drone. How was it hostile though? What was it doing to be hostile? So this is, again, this low information zone coming in. This vehicle of unknown origin has been officially designated by the United States, UK and allied intelligence agencies. And he's got some more. Here we go. Where does it get to? Maintained. So this happened in 2021, and that's the shit picture we got. This is the best picture we got. 2021, I'd have to have rain on the lens, or bird poop on the lens, or Vaseline or something to get a really bad picture like that. And maybe fog, you know, a lot of fog could cause it not to focus in. But those camera pods are meant to be like billions of dollars of research into them, with their own probably software on them, not off-the-shelf software. They probably modified it. But yeah, so we'll just see what it says here. December. That's quite a strange time for a hostile UFO, isn't it? This image was taken above Syria. So that is a hostile zone there, isn't it, at the moment? War, conflict. Thermographic, forward-looking, infrared, flare again. So it's just like, again, very similar to my night vision cameras though. But then again, this is the problem with forward-looking flare, right? We're not actually seeing the real object. We're seeing approximation to all the different shades of heat that makes up the object. So that's why it probably looks a wee bit like Kermit the Frog, as it's been nicknamed, because it looks like eyes of a frog up here. So it quite almost looks like even some sort of a balloon, really, isn't it? Could be some experimental Chinese balloon with some sort of new propulsion on it. Probably ionized propulsion to push it along. Who knows? Doesn't have to be UFO aliens. In a joint operation, a Royal Air Force Typhoon fighter jet engaged on unidentified aerial vehicle, which we already know in the header, using a advanced short-range air-to-air missile, which we already know. So where's all the good stuff? Initial media reports labelled it as unidentified as a hostile drone, which is what we got in the title as well. However, internal intelligence products officially classified the aerial vehicle as unknown in origin as a UAP and maintained this destination. A UAP was not recovered. Now, before UAP showed up, they had UAEs, wasn't it? They had some other names for drones. So maybe they didn't know it could be a drone, so they decided to classify it as a UAP because they didn't have even that much information, maybe. But again, we got no video. We just got a frame from the video. For the past 15 years, CENTCOM has tracked UAP. No actors claim ownership of the UAP. Well, they wouldn't be if they're breaking international law. All jamming directed at UAP was assessed unsuccessfully. Okay, so they might have been wanting to, maybe it's like a drone or balloon that they wanted them to try and jam it and see if they could defeat it. And that might be the whole point of it. Due to observation of other nations firing on the same or similar UAP, it's deduced that they are not operators of these vehicles or unknown origin. Due to observation of other nations firing on the same thing. So they're saying it's the same thing, but how do they know it's the same thing? Where's the other photographs from them to compare side by side? See, it's just a load of words. Give us the information. Damn stupid government. Put it out there for the expert minds, the hive minds, to actually analyze it, like myself, Mick West, and so on. Due to abundance of sightings, some base defense operations centers no longer report UAP, making the tracking or characterization of these events difficult. I'm not sure what that means exactly. That means they stop tracking it. But isn't the new program all about tracking it? NATO and all that. What's it called? Not NATO. What's it? NORAD. Thinking of the other N word. Primary qualifications for engaging in UAP target. Proximity to ground troops. If the target appears to have or is able to hold a payload. Well, that looked like a camera underneath, didn't it? Doesn't look much of a payload. Kind of looks like a camera and an antenna. And maybe some radar, maybe. Oh, look, they look like radar domes on the top, don't they? That's a crap image. Of course, you're not going to see blades rotating around in thermal, are you? Not always. Depends on the angle and the heat of them. sometimes it's really hard to see helicopter blades even in HD, you know, from far away. So yeah, it's got to be, they got to have better images than that. And who leaked it out? Was it Grush, or Grush, if you want to call him that? Which he probably doesn't like being called. See the full breakdown of the UAP case with me and George Knapp on weaponized. No thank you. It's going to be much the same crap, isn't it? Talk about, this is like clickbait, right? Come to my channel and watch me, and I can get all that money from ads, you know, or super chats. Me, I never keep begging for super chats and cash and all that, you know. I give you links. It's up to you if you want to support me or not. And I got a Merc store there, so you know I don't push Merc all the time like Security does. Yeah. So Corbell's into the money train as well. We got some comments up here. What do you think of it so far? I used to live out in California and regularly drove to Vegas and would get flying light balls over a mesa near the road. Okay. But the problem with these light bulbs is we don't know if it's something natural. Ball lightning tends to... You ever seen those videos where ball lightning bounces along power lines? It's quite interesting. It might be a bit hard to find them now though. And of course there's a lot of party balloons and weddings happening there, you know, Vegas especially. And those orbs that you're seeing could easily be LED wedding balloons. Without a video we can't really be sure what you might be seeing there. The UFO find interesting are connected with portals. Okay. How do you know it's a portal though? Do you see clouds parts? Portals is a very strange one. You know, I know the stuff I've seen looks like they have come in and out of portals, but especially the aliens that have appeared to me. And this is why I'm in the field, because it's interesting my experiences, and I know I'm not crazy or anything. So, and I saw them in broad daylight too. So yeah, I tend to think that many UDOs now are drones. So selling aliens by government disclosure is having a problem. Yeah, the government only did it because they knew that initial video was out in public anyway, you know, 2004. There was rumours that the gimbal one may have been out there too. Not sure if that was true or not, but it makes sense that they could use that for another stunt to try and get more government money, right? And turn it into aliens are dangerous, or they're in their airspace that could collide with us, so we need to find out what they are, see if they're from outer space or from another country, blah blah blah. So it's all part of the disinformation money train again. You can't trust anything coming out of the government, so you're not going to get the answers from the government. I really doubt it. I still think there's a secret chunk outside of the military and the normal government, a secret like government department that was set up by one of the early presidents, because they knew that presidents only come in for 4 years, and the president at the time knew that the knowledge of aliens could be a bad thing if you get the wrong president in power. I think that's makes perfect sense to me, you know. So, but who do you assign to a group of people outside the government, but is actually part of the government? The Men in Black is probably these type of people, right? You hear about the Men in Black all the time. And you hear people suddenly having problems with their computers and their health problems because they might get poisoned to shut them up, you know. And you hear about Men in Black or pretending to be government, FBI, taking away photographs and videos, claiming that they're going to bring it back and never do. So there's definitely something going on, and it's probably above KirkPatrick's security level, right? And even the president's. So what kind of panel of people would you form, though? You'd obviously want scientists involved. But there must be some scary secret why these people don't come out and spill all the beans, right? They'll probably have regular lie detector tests, probably, like FBI do, to see if anyone's gone a bit rogue. Yeah. How would you set up? It'd have to be scientists. What kind of government would have you involved? Might be someone that actually is high up in CIA, that also is part of that same group in those two departments, or FBI. NSA, more than likely. Someone from NSA is more likely than the other two. But it's an interesting thing to think about. You know, you heard of the MJ12. Although they say that's fake, it may actually be based on some truth there, right? There was actually a good TV series called The Dark Skies. I mean, not sure if you've seen it, but actually, clearly, it was really well researched and had all the good stuff that from ufology back there in the 80s. Dark Skies. I've talked about it before. I've actually got the series on a hard drive. But there was a movie made too, wasn't it? This one here, which was a bit crap. A film. Netflix, was it? That could be it here, is it? 1996. I thought it was 80s. Okay, it was a bit later then. So you got any pictures? Hasn't got much there, is it? Hasn't got much on it about the episodes. It's got episodes. In the end, it got rushed and it got ruined. It was actually going in the right direction. It never actually aired in New Zealand, I believe. It only made it as far as Australia. Not sure if it was Canadian. But it even has Dr. Carl Sagan on it. So, he was meant to be like one of the panel on the MJ12, right? So they did a few episodes there as well, digging it up and having a watch of it. Let's see if we can find some pictures from it. Dark Skies. So that was another movie, wasn't it? With a similar name. I think there was two sci-fis. Actually, that one with that girl in it wasn't too bad, actually. It wasn't too bad. Old-fashioned scary movie, a sci-fi horror. Dark Sky Project. Okay. We want to put 1996 in, but let's see if we can get it up. There we go. And he lasted a wee while there, 96 to 97. It's got the adduction accounts on it. It's got the Roswell metal fragments. The very first opening's really good. They're chasing a UFO in the sky over F-14, I think it is, or F-16. I'll post a link to it anyway. Go and check it out if you've not seen it. If you're old as me, you probably have heard of it. Hello there on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Dark Skies TV series. Now it's by the same creator as X-Files, so if you liked X-Files, I liked Dark Skies way better than X-Files. I found it really a bit hard to get into X-Files. I still haven't watched all the seasons. Yeah, because you'd always miss one episode and you'd lose it had a main plot, and then it had subplots, and each episode was a new weirdness thing happening. I'll put it up peeled here too. So not to be confused with the movie, although it's a bit dated now, they could make a better job of it. So what we got here? Just quick check the comments again. Why is it not scrolling? Where do we leave off here? Now, the videos I have seen of craft coming through the square portal may also be a blue beam. That was a CGI fake, if I think I know the one you're talking about. It was fabricated. US government are very sus people, and I think they are hunting grunts. Yeah. I have the attitude that ET have been visiting us forever. Well, no, they visited me. Only one couple of weeks ago. Tall blonde girl, a young girl in the bedroom, in their 20s, and then disappeared. Crazy as it sounds. And if you missed that episode, if you're new to the channel, go back and have a watch of it, because I got some images off the camera. This may be just a tourist trap and safari planet. Or we may be just a very unique planet. The DNA on our planet is probably very interesting. So if we went to another planet and saw different animals, we would have scientists that want to collect specimens too, right? But it might be the fact that because we are unique with these specimens, that they might be coming here to preserve, because we're losing species all the time on Earth. And as you know, meteorite had wiped out the dinosaurs, so we lost them. So who knows, maybe they were collecting even before a asteroid impact or meteorite impacts. And may have even a DNA database, and they might be just seeding other planets with the same DNA, right? There's this idea that when a meteorite does hit Earth, that it explodes some debris into space that's got the DNA on it. And as we know, life and cells can actually survive in the frigid cold of and the radiation in space. You know, there's like 5 million atoms on a pinhead. How much of those atoms could be DNA? It just gives you an idea, right? There were studies that humans would freak if they knew ET were real. Well, they're probably, and I think they're becoming more acceptable of accepting of the idea that there's life out there, and it could find us nowadays than they were back in the 60s. because it was all sci-fi with UFOs attacking and killing, right? The only reason you would want to attack and kill people on another planet is if you were being threatened in the first place, right? Or you're only defending yourself. Like if they're shooting a missile at a UFO, like in that report, then you might see that you got to defend yourself, right? So you take them down or disable them somehow. Humans are crazy species, I agree. X-Files were corny. Dark Side was cool. Okay, you've seen it. I do not doubt you at all. I have had an orb of light come through my wall and land on my chest. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Can't say I've seen any orbs. Only in IR, and I think most of those are dust. But I can't be 100% sure. And we're talking about micro orbs here. So, not big orbs that land on your chest. So, whether it's some sort of energy, maybe the location you live in, that's generating these plasma balls that get attracted to you by this, probably by, you know, how you get positive and negative. They can get attracted to you like lightning can, right? There might be some real science in it, but whether it's alien technology, don't know. Of course, life doesn't have to be in the form of, like we are, solid humanoids. It could be light itself, you know, light particles. But more likely plasma, which we know is heated atoms, doesn't mean that there's not actually some sort of livingness in plasma itself. Because what are we? You know, we're a bunch of atoms as well, and electrical thing what drives our nervous system and brain and thinking, right? Shelly, I just saw you pop up there. Charlie Roo News, is he drinking, eating? He's not had much. I gave him probably a mug of water this morning, and he walked away after that. But Kelpies, as far as I know, didn't drink too much unless they're out in the heat working, right? Yeah, you've seen him over the dog park. He jumps in the river and cools off and then drinks some of it, but he doesn't drink much. So thanks for the well wishes, people. It's upsetting. I'm just trying to keep my mind off him at the moment, though, as I'll get choked up. And you have all the haters saying, "Oh, Paul's crying on the air." Actually, I don't cry, but I do get watery eyes, and it makes me a bit hard to see. I'm going to miss him when he goes, because he's my, what do you call it, exercise partner. My gym instructor. Get out and walk me. He likes his night walks. He went out walking last night. I said, "Do you want to go for a walk?" And he jumped right up like he normally does. So that was a good sign. And he headed off towards the front door, waited for me to get my shoes and jacket on, put a collar and lead on him. But yeah, he is nearing 15. You have to go and get checked out at the vets Monday. It could be that he's got a sore mouth, because he has been eating little bits of break off, feed it directly in his mouth. But he's got a thing for whejn chocolate biscuits, so I don't know if you get them in America or whatever. But you're not meant to give dogs chocolate biscuits, but you got to give them something, else he'll just get too weak. And we don't mind if he has a crap, because you know, chocolate and milk and all that makes him a bit loose. And we want him to have a crap, because he hasn't crapped in 3 or 4 days, I don't think. He's peed. He has been peeing a lot. More than he's drinking, which is kind of interesting. So maybe he's taking it from the fat reserves now that he's got. Just where he was a wee bit porky. But anyway, that's the update on Charlie there. There's not really much I can really say, but he hasn't fallen over in the last few days since I posted up that video where he fell over on his face. He's getting a wee bit more steady and he's a bit more solid walking again, but it's no good if he doesn't eat. The family will say, let's have him put down because we don't want him to suffer. Well, a dog normally dies after 5 days of not eating, but he's eaten a little bit, so, but it's still not good. We'll see if he'll drink more water and eat something later, I guess. He's eaten, he ate toast with some Nutella on it, but you have to kind of put it in his mouth. I think he's got a sore mouth. I don't know though. I'm not a vet, but you know, I'll try and at least try and make him a wee bit more happy. So that's the Corbell stuff, and he's trying to promote his show. I don't think there's anything new on there. Let's just bring it up and have a quick look. It's muted, so we'll just skim through it here.
When the Pentagon and our government are telling us the truth these days.
Looks like he's like a preacher with the hands moving there. Now this guy, I gave him all the information to out securing, and he wasn't interested. And he's meant to be an investigative reporter. Mind you, I've done the same with what's his face, Greenstreet, and he's meant to be an investigative reporter too. So no one's interested in actually getting the truth out there about the biggest UFO frauds, even Third Phase. So don't bother. Third Phase want to be on TV though, and goof on.
One of them we know was a Chinese spy balloon. We don't know what the other two were.
Hey, I was just saying that because I haven't watched this episode, right? I say it could easily be some sort of Chinese drone that uses even a balloon for buoyancy, right? Doesn't mean it has to be all metal. So that could be just like a balloon that's got something hanging underneath it again, right? And the two things on the top could be some sort of radar blocking or radar tracking. So they could just launch them from submarines and go up in the atmosphere and track all the fleet, and they'd have to keep shooting them down and just keep releasing new ones up there so they've got a whole bird's eye view in the sky without using satellites. So we just don't know.
Because supposedly nobody went out and tried to collect them, but it seemed to be the policy had changed again. What can we...
So that's another stupid thing that happened. They shot down the thing over water and then they didn't collect all the bits, right? When they had plenty of time to shoot it when it was over desert. They could even prepared ahead by getting people evacuated out their houses just in case or whatever, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I'm just saying, but at the moment he's fine, so I'm okay with it, but when he's gone I'll probably be a bit choked up. Yeah. Thanks for saying that though. Paul is a caring fellow. Yeah, not many people think that though, because I'm a bit, I call a spade, I call a liar, right? I call out people, I call out bullshit, but yeah, do care about human and how humans treat each other and all that sort of business. I was treated pretty badly, so that's the reason why I outed a certain person starting with the G letter. Well, I was trying to correct his information and tell him he's wrong about Third Phase, and he's still wrong about Third Phase, and you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's amazing how many people I got a message from someone from defending secure team still. I wonder if it's easy to be found. It was on a short. Probably have to go to the comments. You know, the one where secure team 100% created a fake account called Angry Truth Seeker, right? And they were saying I was reaching, right? So if you ain't seen my short videos, it's got me there talking about some things. YouTube shorts, but there's some little clips and debunks of various people and videos. That you can find all the shorts here. I don't know why Google created separate tabs. It was a lot better when they had them like a combined tab. They really should have a combined tab. All the videos should be combined still, and then there's nothing wrong having a live tab and a shorts tab. I just think they just don't understand how people think, because people just want to get alerted to new videos and have it go straight to a particular video tab of the latest ones there, rather than having to go through all different tabs. UAPS. Okay, so that should work if we go there. But there was one here I did on security. Probably can't even find it because they don't even list it right. This is another thing that really pees me off. They used to have, probably because my add-ons got rid of it, they used to have the latest, the most popular and all that sort of stuff. Maybe the add-ons got rid of that and made it all video, all shorts. So there's Charlie, before he got sick. Yeah, he's looking a bit sad. So he used to be a bit of a daredevil. This is why he's worn out a wee bit early. But yeah, he's not even like that anymore. He can hardly get in the bed. He's so sore in the hip. And I think he's just weak from not eating. So what you can do, if you want to find stuff on security, we can just use the search. I just want to see if it's still there, because Google keeps hiding comments from people. So type security, but we've got no way of saying we want to search in shorts, video uploads and lives. No way to break it out. Which one was it? Oh, that one there, the very top one. Proof he has 2 troll accounts. So that was a clip from the live show, like a promo. So if you click on if you watch the shorts from the shorts tab, it comes up different to this. This is playing like a normal video and it doesn't have the extra overlays. But yeah, I may have posted it in the actual comment if you look. Sometimes I put it in there, but Google wasn't really liking that. Looks like I didn't do it for that one. But if you go to the shorts, it will come up properly. Yeah, this is one person posted this. My boy, you're really reaching. Well, we know it's 100% true because all you have to do is some basic research. Alright. And security. People just don't realise what a scumbag the guy is and what he's done badly for ufology. Security. Fake. Troll. Account. Angry. Truth Seeker. So I put it in the video. All they have to do is put it up there. Title caught faking. Yes. And it's not even mine, is it? That's all we got. Okay. Is that the one with the images? I'm not sure. It's like someone's protecting them. I'm not sure if it's the government, if it's YouTube or Google. What did they say? Oh yeah, there you go. I've been watching this video here at 5 minutes. He shows a screenshot of an account. He says is one of the trolls who posts negative comments on his videos, spreads hate, etc. But look carefully at the bottom of the screen. Notice the plus channel description. That is only there for you when you are logged into your own account. So you can add a description to your about section. You don't see that if you click on someone else's account. So you got caught out big time. That's probably Lion's Ground, is it? It's probably deleted by now, is it? Yeah, there you go. So this is what happens. Bit unfortunate. Okay, so I'm not sure why we only got one thing there. There should have been lots and lots of things. Even mine. Where's all my videos on it? You see how much I'm suppressed? There should be a load of videos come up in that search with me. But you can see mine don't even get listed. That's why no one knows about me, and they never get to know the truth about these people. Let's just put troll count. Let's see if that increases it. Rumble. I got Rumble now. To pollute debunkers' content by applying Contel Pro. Truth about security. Not sure if that's my channel or not. Let's have a look. Probably me. So we got at that time. Yeah, that's me. And there's all the playlists on them. I'll put up BitChute because I haven't done that lately. So all the security and cult fans that come and hate me later, just make sure you watch the stuff with an open mind and judge for yourself. Faked caught. So he's been caught on 5 things that we can clearly prove that he was behind faking. So if you're new to that information, you can find out now if you want to. So all those are well worth watching. Alright. But yeah, if you go to images, we might even be able to find some images still of the snapshots people took at the time to expose them. And then he took down the video about 8 hours later, wasn't it? So let's see what's out there. What's that one say? Charles. Yeah, looks like it's going to be hard to find him, isn't it? Yeah, someone's protecting him. There you go, look, nothing there. It's ridiculous really, isn't it? There should be loads on him. And it's getting harder and harder to find it because YouTube are protecting them, because they made like $10 million out of him, and they paid him a couple $1 million in the process. Let's try Angry Truth Seeker. So when you get a stupid little cult member come along saying you're reaching, they clearly didn't bother going to Google and doing their own research and just checking up on our facts. Because I'm not the only one that's been out at them. Look at that garbage. The rock that's shaped like a tank on the moon. How ridiculous. And he even made it on Fox Channel 32 there. That's just crazy, isn't it? And still, none of the shots are popping up anymore. That's really strange, isn't it? Let's try without a space, maybe. Oh. Hey, finally we get one. New lies. And that one there is a helicopter on long exposure with a spotlight in China. Oh look, mines are coming up now. So he got arrested. People don't know he's been arrested in prison. He's got a big history, people. Yeah. He's not such a good person, not for ufology. And all those people that bought his t-shirts are going to look like real nanas. So yeah, couldn't find anything there unless you go and look at those images of mine and maybe look at the episodes. Which I have actually got the images that were available at the time in the videos. So that's one way of preserving it, right, from censorship. So let's move on. Back to these people that didn't want to out him. I wonder why. Because they're equally as bad as security themselves now. Investigative journalist, my foot. He's living the life, high life.
What do you say about more recent events in other parts of the world involved?
He's probably made more money in a month doing this Corbell crap than he did in his whole working life as a newsreader.
At it with these electromagnetic weapons.
Here's the guy with the hands that fly all over the place.
Under the assumption that they're drones.
Oh, look, drones. He knows it's damn drones.
Is there some kind of standard, or maybe foreign drones operated by China or Russia or something like that? Right?
Yeah, George is onto it. What a stupid video. I wonder if they scripted it before the show and ran through it before they went live on the air. They must have done, eh? It looks so acted out, doesn't it? It looks so staged.
Over there about Hawaii, right? But this is even wilder to me, this Japan one, because you're 300 miles. And the exact words I was told is that there was no mothership. Now, I'm not talking about like a UFO mothership.
So where's all the video then? Where's the damn video? Instead of all this gabber about it. Because that's all these talking heads are meaningless,
products,
right?
That are shared amongst nations. So you can imagine like a Five Eyes report.
They're talking about other people shooting at something, are they? Well, it might have been a Chinese balloon went over Russia, Korea, and so they decided to shoot it at it. Rather than sending manned planes, it makes sense to send remote control balloons and drones, right?
And this passed in front of our eyes. We became exposed to this information, and we were able to confirm that this image that we have was associated with this event, meaning this is what we shot at.
I tell you what, there's a lot more interesting stuff out there that I hear through the grapevine about finding new government documents that prove that UFOs did take out the nuclear rockets and all that. People are saying that was all possibly made up and the regular fault lines, but there's actually hidden documents that someone's come across that I heard about recently, which I haven't managed to get to see them, which backs up the guy's claims. But apparently Earl Grey was telling me some bits and pieces. He works for MUFON. But yeah, I think he's talked about that one before, about the guy that was climbing up the side of a mountain and sleep on the side of the mountain. You know how they make those little hammocks and they sleep on the side of the mountain. Apparently a ball of light went, a UFO, or he saw a bright light coming towards him, right? And it was a UFO. And out pops some aliens that went right up close to him. And then I think they took him inside the UFO and did stuff to him. And then they left him, and then he was sort of dazed, and he hasn't had any more visits from aliens since. I think maybe they do like a DNA test on you, and they see if you're viable for something, and for like further testing or research. So like me, I got this crazy immune system. Maybe that they were interested in it, or maybe they were a part of it, you know, and yeah, so maybe they weren't interested in his DNA. So yeah, he was working for government, obviously, and found some documents in the process. So they sound like sounds like real leaker stuff. That's this guy probably will never get to see, and probably the public won't get to see either, unfortunately. The stuff out there, alright. We hear it through the grapevine from credible people, credible researchers. So there's good stuff out there. Mick West is probably not ever going to get his eyes on it. All the negative people, UCR, Lou, total negative person, Scambian. Although there's a thing called greater good. They do some good stuff, but you got to have the balance. You got to be in the middle ground to be able to accept that maybe you don't know the full story. Maybe you haven't got all the information. So yeah, that's the position that I've always been. You know, I used to be a big skeptic like Mick West, and until I started having my own experiences, and that sort of changes your world view. And you want to know whether it's some sort of craziness going on to your brain, because your brain is made up of atoms and electricity and all that sort of stuff. Could it be like some sort of hallucination happening? If it is, why is everybody around the world having similar hallucinations, right? It's a shared hallucination. So there's got to be more to it. So this is why I'm in this field. I want to find out the answers and maybe use some science and the science method to and capture some evidence on camera. But although cameras are not good enough alone, if you've got multiple cameras, different camera makes, different types of cameras like thermal and regular image at the same time, then that sort of really makes more solid evidence in my book. But anyway, I don't think they're going to show us any videos here. What are we saying up here? It looks very difficult lately. Who, Corbell or security? Thanks for the stream. I hit on a wall and fatigue night. Oh, okay. Thanks for joining us anyway. You can watch the rest of it later, I guess. Okay, good night. Do check out my other videos and check out my BitChute channel if you don't like YouTube. I haven't got many across to Pilled because I'm pretty new on Pilled. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you enjoy everything I do. And it might just change your viewpoints. That a lot of the stuff, 99% of the stuff you watch is mistaken or hoaxed, and the real good stuff is really buried still, unfortunately. And I've actually, you know, got some interesting videos myself and stuff. So go and check out my own experiences and have a watch of those episodes. I don't just do one topic though. My shows are like multiple 10-minute episodes. So my one live show can be like secure teams old days where you used to do 10-minute episodes every day, would cover at least a couple of weeks, you know. So 2 episodes would cover a month worth of his old videos that he used to do. But I used to look at his videos and actually analyze them and prove what he was doing, and actually prove that he actually hoaxed one with this strange shape in the sky. So, and he was claiming it was caused by CERN, the, what do you call it, what's it called, Hadron Collider, which was nonsense because the photograph was found was on a database. Someone uploaded it in UK. So yeah, he just found the image and thought it'd be good to make a fake YouTube video and make $1,000 out of it, which he did do. So let's just keep on going on Corbell stuff here. Let's see what these talking heads are. They got anything here? Here we go. What's this? They got an audience now, have they? Oh, here we go. Here's. I don't think it's a video though.
That the Royal Air Force went after. The other one just zipped away and took off and disappeared.
Right. So this image, which we'll show, it's the one that was actually historically fired upon, which is called like a.
Look at the hands. This guy's ridiculous with the hands. I like to tie him down.
You know, a terrorist drone. It's really weird looking, whatever it is, you know, but it is.
He's obviously been educated in some sort of film school. I don't know. It used to be a British thing to use the hands like that. But a lot of people get annoyed by it nowadays.
Again, it is classified as UAP within the intelligence community. This is not something that is identified. And so, should we show the image?
Yeah, let's see this drone.
Really bizarre.
Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Drone. So he's saying it's a drone. I'm saying it's a drone. It might be a drone balloon. Who knows? What we got here? I typed different. What's that? I typed different for security. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but anyway, good night. Yes. So what's this he's got out the front here? All the camera gear he's got there and big lights, you know. Is that a warehouse or like his garage at home? Looks like it's a really high room house there. These guys with their big mansions now, they can afford all those millions of dollars. That looks like it could be in Las Vegas though, eh? That looks like his place. Man, that's a big room though.
So, I mean, I was making a joke and saying it looks like Kermit the Frog, but we call it the Syria Dome UAP, and whatever this device is, there were two of them, right? And by the time the Royal Air Force got up and caught up,
so a drone swarm then
with them, and they fired a ASRAAM missile.
So he hasn't said here that it's actually a thermal image, so we're not actually seeing the real object. We're only seeing different shades of heat. So that's why it's really confusing.
Which is, I think he uses heat seeking. The other one,
Advanced Short-Range Air-to-Air Missile.
Advanced Short-Range Air-to-Air Missile. So what happens is by the time they catch up with this pair that were there under intelligent control, this other one just took off. It wasn't even in the vicinity. They did report that in the initial reports.
Took off. So maybe it's got jet engines on it. Who knows? So again, it's low information saying that it took off at 100 miles an hour, or took off at hypersonics Mach 5 and disappeared. You know, you can just listen to the words they use, right?
There were two of them, but this is the one that was fired upon. Now, we don't know if it was hit. We don't know if it hit the ground. But again, I just want to drive home. This is the public's being told one thing. This is classified as a UAP within our government and within intelligence circles. So whatever it is.
So that's the best thing we got there. So his message was pretty much clickbait. And everybody knows it's a damn UAP drone. So there was nothing new there. So this is what people will come up with. Greenstreet, of all people. I have to give him credit. He knows how to do research and debunk things. and I found the same images, but I didn't bother putting them up separately. But I found even more images of strange drones that could easily be this, right? Now, if you put what we need is these images converted to thermal, right? So it makes sense that these things would land on tripods rather than have the legs on them anymore. So these might be early prototypes where they didn't want to take the legs off in case it come down or had a problem. Or they might just simply retract upwards like a telescopic foot and actually go upwards like this. That would make perfect sense to do something like that now. But they've been mucking around with these since the 60s, and I've got one to show you. The British were working on them. So this was actually over Britain, wasn't it? So who knows? It could have even been could have been someone that made these in his garage and flew up, and then they got the fighter jets shooting missiles at them, $1 million missiles. What a waste of money. You think you want to not destroy it, you want to shoot out like a capture net, and actually they had blades on it or something, capture net with weights, and it would just come straight down without damaging it too much. At least it'll keep all the bits together inside the metal gauze net or whatever. But that looks like it could be like a security dome camera underneath these ones. And it looks very similar to the little round thing on the end here. And that looks like it's got similar equipment above it. It looks very similar there. I'd say it's a very good match. But I don't think it would have two blades on an angle, but we can't rule it out. They would sort of hit each other on that angle, wouldn't they? Unless... yeah, it wouldn't make any sense having blades. How would it work? If it's blades, it makes sense to get away from blades and actually use some sort of plasma ion engines or something like that on them. Jet engines even. Or these might actually pop out from inside the body, right, as well. They might pop out, and there might be something going up in between them with the blades spinning around, because these have got antennas, I see, which means they're probably a drone with a radio transmitter. So that's what people put up. Reading all the comments. So what do they reckon? I appreciate what you're doing. What? Making a noise in the community and making themselves rich in the process. But this picture is probably the one of the worst quality images I've ever seen. She hasn't been watching Third Phase. I truly appreciate your hard work and dedication to disclosure over the years. I think we've passed these types of photos though. They're totally conclusive and don't propel the movement forward. This is Galactic Federation is a nut job. They want to be seen without fear. I appreciate your dedication again and hard work. What hard work? These people are nut jobs. And you and George will be in history books, yeah, as shills that made millions out of sucking people. There are plenty of amazing photos and videos of UFOs. This is a perfect sample. Right, let's have a look at what this guy's got. Let's see what we're talking about here. Is it a balloon heading towards a plane? Oh, that one. Yes, a graduation cap balloon. Yeah, debunked. I gotta reply to that one if I can. Nope. Watch my live debunk on it. It's a rotated red cap balloon. 99% of UAP videos are mundane. Hate to burst his bubble or fate. Mundane then. Oh. Why won't it post it? Where's the post? Why's it doing that? Where's the thing goes down? Is it there? Where's the button gone? Reply. Got hidden. I don't know, some of the Twitter stuff is a wee bit strange nowadays. So moving on. The UK is being attacked by Kermit. So this was reported as a hostile drone, but what are you trying to turn this mundane event into an alien ship? So, right, I see what he's saying. Even the government said it was a hostile drone. Gotta make that money. This is the worst UFO photo. Can someone please explain this, or maybe better show what I'm looking at? Yep, we can. This looks like absolutely nothing. You gotta remember it's a thermal image, and it's never gonna be like the real object. It's gonna be blocky, just like that picture. Stop trying to hype up something that doesn't deserve to be commented on. That's the worst image. Exactly. Was someone done? Someone's tried to do the analysis on it, but he's not looking at a real image. He's trying to run filters on a thermal image. It's not going to help. I need to reply to him. Filters will not help. This is CGI image from a blur thermal. It's made up based on heat. See, people don't understand technology. And I ain't got a reply button again, I suppose. No. Okay, full screen. There it is. So I just like people to really know the truth, as you can see. But I can't reply to everybody, and I can't get people to wake up and start listening to me either, it seems. Okay, as you can see, it's probably going to be thousands and thousands of comments on this. Kermit. Any other good ones? All saying pretty much the same thing, are they? Dude, you are disproving the law of gravity, or proving the law of diminishing returns. I'm more and more convinced you are a disinformation agent. I think you need to put an S on that. Knapp as well then, in that case. Here to muddy the waters and take eyes off the actual prize. Exactly. Exactly, mate, you got it. You nailed him on that. Bang. Bang on. Let's just post that. Did we get some other comments here? He's still here, is it? Oh no, we got someone new. Headed over to a different stream. I hope I can catch you later. I didn't even know you were on. Thanks for dropping by. I am Beanpole. Use graduation. Grad. So holocrons, do we all see it? Maybe we all see something different. Yeah, I don't think it's a hologram. But they can sort of transmit images into our brains directly, bypassing the eyes. That's what I believe. Or the phenomenon is part of that. Because with my own experiences. Do security look very gaunt in the latest YouTube thumbnail? Yep. That's what happens when you're alcoholic and a pill popper. Eventually your health is going to degrade a lot quicker than regular people, right? I thought it was a trail of Italians to speak with hands. Yeah. I don't think he's Italian. I think he might be Irish American or something, isn't he? Anyway, we got a couple of people on Pilled there. How's YouTube going? I haven't checked lately. Tony, I watched this Codswat Corbell show. I feel sorry for you. But yeah, when people like me have to watch bits and pieces of it and skim through stuff to keep on top of the BS going out there that's cluttering the field from the real stuff, from real researchers. Until you associate with real researchers and look at real stuff, you never know the difference. I was in that ballpark as well at one stage, but people saw that I had a passion and skill set, and they opened up to me and give me stuff to look at. Stuff that I can't share, of course, and unfortunate on that, but that's the field we're in. People were very scared. They're scared of being killed, scared of being laughed at, scared of losing their jobs, money, scared for their families. So yeah, what's more scary, aliens or the government? I think hands down the government. You just have to see all the wars and the CIA that funds and helps start the wars, and you find out about all the real truth of all the nastiness. Anyway, I'll post a link to that post there, and we'll move on to the other stuff I found to do with that one. I know we spend a bit on that, but I do sidetrack off onto other stuff. But that's how I work, basically. My mind works at 1,000 miles an hour, and my mouth can't keep up. I'll just call it Corbell BS. So we got one on YouTube, pretty bad. 6 likes though. That's good, at least. Moving on. Like I said, I don't know how much I'll do today, because of the dog being sick and me not really sleeping well, and my eyes are playing up a wee bit again at the moment. How far have we done? 2 hours already, is it? 1.5. Okay. As long as we keep an eye on it. I'll probably end up wanting to go to the toilet. So I posted reply to that one there. Was that the same one? Yeah, Mick West. I posted to Mick West there. And I said this. Looks correct, man-made. There's some similar drones with military videos. Drones in a box can be tepid and endless flight. So I've got those coming up. And there's one from the 1960s from a video. So we'll have a look at that probably. So compare that to Corbell's one. Now if you put a heat signature on that, it's probably going to look very similar. And you can see, you can just barely see the blades, and that's a fairly good picture there. You put that on thermal, you're probably only going to see like little flashes of heat changes. So you could quite easily have little knobs on the end here, like on that picture, like Kermit's eyes. And these blades fly over top of it, and maybe less metal going up. That's not giving off heat. Maybe it's a heat neutralizing, so it blends in with the background. We just don't know what kind of technology there is out there for cloaking, right? So you can find that under the link that I just posted. Here's the one with that I posted in the links there. Easy Arrow. It's going to be a video. Can we play it separately? So this is in Australia. So even Australia has been doing it. So let's just read what this guy's saying. Our drone in a box solutions can fly freely like normal drones or connect to powered tethers to provide continuous power. Flying 24/7 at 100 meters provides elevated camera coverage for better security of properties. So I never even thought about that. People using it around their mansions for high in the air surveillance, right? So what happens if the criminal cuts the tether and it loses its power? I suppose it might have like 10 minutes or 20 minutes flight time on batteries. All the time relaying images back to the control center. Tethered drones are chosen by military and police departments around the world, and probably border control too. Now available in Australia. Hey, does it play? There we go. I'll just mute it. It's got some copyright music on it. So we're giving them free publicity here. Smart security systems. So here's a box. It's got LEDs on it. Oh, it self-opens. Cool, man. I want one of these. These are pretty cool. Here it is. Easy Aerial. Looks like a UFO. It's hard to know how big it is though from the image. It could be fairly big crate and it could be very small crate. Oh, there we go. Is that one tethered though? It's hard to know. Didn't see a cable, but there might have been one there. Pause and hover. Can't see a cable. You wouldn't want to get near those power lines though. See how it's got long legs on it as well? I suppose if you have long legs on it, you can actually carry a payload, like a bomb even, but cameras, radars underneath, other sensors. There you go, pretty cool. So I found that one, but it wasn't really what I was looking for, but I thought I'd play it anyway. So this is what they're doing nowadays. Drone with legs can perch, watch, and walk like a bird. Okay, there's another one I found. Well, I was having research on it. And I'm supposed to replay the YouTube carefully. New scientist. I don't know if it makes any sound. Look at that, it jumps up and perches on a branch. Look at that, it's grabbing the branch like a bird. So we got now AI birds. Bees and flies and dragonflies. There's dragonfly drones too. I think you probably can find that one. It's like really, really small. So they could even be nanobot drones nowadays. Let's see if there's any images of it. There you go. There's one of them. UK Defence. Introducing the dragon-flying drone. Aerial drones. Looks like a dragonfly. Pretty amazing. Genetic modified cyborg dragonfly. So controlling their mind. Put a little camera on them. So we've got mechanical ones and they've got real ones. So how would you even know that it was a spy device? Micro drone. There you go. That one looks weird. And so does that one. That looks very mechanical, doesn't it? Little drones that fly like insects. Although is that one actually an insect that they've taken control of its brain? Mind control. Beats its wings. Let's have a look at that one. I might have a video for it. There's one of Corbell hasn't put up one of these. Aliens, little tiny insects. Yeah. Let's have a quick watch of this one. Under fair use. Got some music on it. Let's get rid of that. Wow, look at that. That's just amazing. And it's all mechanical. Haha. It's got a little clear little thing in it. You can see the chips inside. I suppose the front is a camera. Look at that, that's amazing. But scary. How do you know you're not being spied on? You said that to Iran, Russia, China, North Korea. There you go, guys. I wonder how much it can fly for, though. It probably has some way to fly and then charge using the sun, probably. What's that saying? Scientists grow liquid crystal flowers to use as lenses. Okay. What's that up? The growing swarm of small commercial drones being launched into the skies these days. Festo's new dragonfly-inspired bionic opter truly stands out, equipped with... what year was this? 2013, guys, so it's been out there for a long time. Although it says April the 1st here, so is it a April Fool's jokes? I don't know. But there's a lot of videos of it, so... and other designs, so maybe it isn't a joke. The Verge, via The Verge. So maybe it came out there first, was it? Let's see what date they posted theirs. March, so a few days before April. So that would make sense. So it doesn't. It sounds like it might be legit then. not some sort of 3D CGI animation. Okay, let's see what else there was. Let's just go back. There's some other ones here. That one looks more boxy. Let's have a look at that one. It's hard to know if it's a graphic rendering though. What year is this one? So this is a few years on now. And it looks more like they've turned a Dragonfly into a what's one of those boxy car, Volvo. Swedish car, isn't it? Volvo. But that one looks like it could go into water and paddle, doesn't it? So maybe that one goes into water, underwater as well. It's amazing how much stuff we model on nature itself. You know, the planes would come from the shape of the wing of birds, right? The Skeeter drone. Helter Skeeter. According to a 2014 study in Nature, dragonflies are the most successful predators. They catch 95% of the prey they target. Okay. The military wants something small that can be carried. Has a decent range. So yeah, imagine having one of those in a little case in your pocket, and you just pop it out, fly it in the sky, and you get a bird's eye view of anything above you. Any military hiding out, and then go and hunt them out, shoot them out. That's quite clever. And then just put it in the sun to charge with solar. The drone's four flapping wings are convenient for several reasons. As in Dragonfly, they are quiet, handle turbulence with their own inbuilt suspension. Surveillance missions. So they go 45 kilometers per hour. It's not hypersonic. 50 grams. Okay. That sounds like it's legit stuff, doesn't it? DARPA. What's this one? Okay, this is the one where they're modifying the insects. And that one plays a GIF or something. It's the tiniest drone. So it makes me wonder, are the other drones also hybrids? Are they using like a Dragonfly brain to control something? I don't know. Because that's what they've been doing in the labs. They've been mucking around with quantum computers, right? And they've been mucking around with DNA from various monkeys and whatnot. Growing it on jars, agar jars, protein jars, like stem cells, and they grow it into a neuron of the brain, and then they use it in their. They use it like what Elon Musk was trying to do, a technology human interface. So you could just wire that brain into a machine, and it has sort of human-like AI thinking. Yeah, it's quite interesting stuff. Where's the article? So you can see all these cut and paste journalists just copy. So let's see. Let's choose one we've not heard of and see what it says. Kind of looks like something out of Alien movie, doesn't it? With a boxy thing. What's that? That looks like a camera on the back and a solar cell, doesn't it? And looks like an antenna to transmit it. And a real insect underneath. So what they do, put implants in it to shock it to go left and right. How'd they keep it alive though? Maybe they have a little funnel that drips into its mouth, some sugar from the payload on the back. And it says DARPA there, does it? Let's have a look. I think that's pretty scummy thing to do though, to life. Mistreating life for their little war projects. Spy projects. Drones of the next generation may not just look like flying insects, rather in reality they may in fact be a living insect. So could that also be what greys are from UFOs? Because people say they are insect-like. Could they be also some technology from aliens, or maybe humans in another planet? You know, because maybe our DNA is not unique, and it does occur on other planets. And might be some humans that developed the alien greys as some sort of using their own DNA and insect DNA to make like a biological astronaut robot. Be another good sci-fi movie, that would be, wouldn't it? Then you could send them through like a tachyon beam, you know, digitize them and reassemble them at light years away, and probe and send back pictures. Controlled remotely by a operator, but it's electronic signal, so it sounds like they've got some little copper wire going into the side of the head, doesn't it? I'll post a link to that one. But, you can do your own research. There's a lot of links there. I'll just post it up here. Dragonfly drone. Up there. And down here. Like I said, it's a live, what I call live analysis debunk. I don't know where I'm going to head. So we come across all this interesting stuff and just enjoy the show, you know, and learn how I search and research stuff. That one looks really realistic. So they can't all be fake. So it makes you wonder, if they can do that to a dragonfly, can they do it to a blowfly? Because you could fly that all around Area 51, you could spy on Americans and they wouldn't even know it, right? But this looks like it's American technology. So they're spying on their own people. Just like NSA and what is it Snowden said. So there are other ones too, isn't there? Is there a bee one? Because I think the way bees are being wiped out by various diseases and GMOs, as people claim. Let's see if there's a bee one. Oh, that I forgot about that. They call the male bee the drone. So that's going to make it a wee bit hard to search for it, isn't it? What can we... Drone robot, maybe? No. Yeah, that's a bit, that makes it really hard to search. The robot drone. I could try robot on the end. Now there's one. Is it? A solar-powered robot bee. So they could fly around with like cotton on those feet there to rub off pollen and go around the tree, flowers, pollinating without collecting honey, of course. But if they can wire up a dragonfly, why couldn't they simply wire up a bee? You know, as you know, bees die. They work crazy and then they die after 6 weeks. They could easily wire up a bee brain after it's died and control it. Maybe muscles still work when they die. There might be a way to keep them from freezing up, you know, degrading. They might be able to feed the muscles with sugar artificially. Because that's what they live on, isn't it? Nectar and all that sort of stuff. Ah, look at this one. Robot bees could be deployed. Mirror. So that one sounds a bit more complicated than the last one we looked at. Looks very similar to a dragonfly though, doesn't it? And it's only in size of a fingertip, this one. So let's have a look at that article. Or maybe this one. Robots. Very interesting. And I got that one there. There's a few ones to look at there. Microbots. I should send this to my dad actually. That's pretty cool. I have to bookmark that and remember to send it to him. I'd like to stick it on Discord. That way I might remember to send it to him. Because he's a beekeeper. As you've seen some of my videos with him. Especially if you watch the shorts I posted earlier. Inspired by the biology of the bee, researchers at the Wise Institute are developing robo-bees, man-made systems that could perform mirrored roles in agriculture or disaster relief. A robot bee measures about half the size of a paper clip, weighs less than 1/10 of a gram, and flies using artificial muscles. Compromised of materials, composed of it. When the voltage is applied, additional modifications allow some models of the robo-bee to transition from swimming underwater. I was just saying that earlier, remember? I was saying it looked like it could go underwater, the new ones. They look like little boats, subs, to flying, as well as perch on surfaces using static electricity. When was this posted? That's just amazing. Where's the date? Date. I didn't see the date. It's probably not showing up because we've got that dark theme on. Let me just... that's not it. That one, is it? Let's make it normal again. Just reload it. Is it loaded? Okay, no, I can't see any date on it. That's really strange. What's that there? No. To construct robo-bees, researchers at Wise Institute have developed innovative manufacturing methods, so-called pop-up micro-electromechanical MEMs. Sounds like you could 3D print them as well. Technologies, please also see the pop-up MEMs technology page that have already greatly expanded the boundaries. Okay, we got a video, have we? Let's have a look at the micro B. Where? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, it's got a little towel on it for antenna. Is it flying though? It's not though. Was it? It didn't look like it was flying. It looked like someone was holding it up, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was. Wasn't the best of images or videos. And here we go. That's pretty cool. That's what Michelangelo wasn't. Was it Leonardo da Vinci? Wasn't he trying to do that? Humans flap their wings. Oh, look, it can go really fast. Okay, what's it doing now? So they got it on fast hover and flight 2.25 times zoom. It's probably a high spec camera. That's we can see the wings there. It's beating so fast, and they got the high spec camera. Looks like the wings are not moving. Yeah, so you could probably make 3D print millions of those off and actually have a swarm of bees that go around pollinating trees, right? So what else could there be? So they're saying it could go into water too. Let's see what comes up with that word. I'm going to get shut down now. DARPA drones. Okay, here's some of them. So that looks like a Tic Tac right there, doesn't it? Remember when I said years ago, before all this information came out, that it could easily be an experimental drone, and everybody just laughed at me. And now that does look like a Tic Tac with little small wings on it. Mick West thinks that might be a jumbo jet though. Long shot unmanned aerial vehicle. Let's just have a look at that one. Now we've looked at this one before. It's got little engines on the back. Doesn't say what it's propelling by, and then we got 2 missiles launched by it. So that would be like the size of a plane, wouldn't it, if it's got missiles underneath it? Looks like they drop out in the inside belly here. But we only got a rendering, we haven't actually got a video of it. Developing an air-launched unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, with the ability to employ multiple air-to-air weapons. Has awarded contracts to General Atomics, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman. Phase 1 design work. The object is to develop a novel UAV. So when was this? 2021. But we're only just finding out about the news now. They could have had that project on the go for 20 years, and that would be back in the Nimitz sighting days. And the gimbal, of course, that was 2015. So they might have been testing it out, you see, and see how it got found out or reacted with the pilots or whatever. And it still might be classified. So it still could be, could explain the Nimitz thing. And that's why they want to call it UFOs, to cover up that research, right? although it's out now on the web. Tic Tac drone. There you go. So what out there? That could easily have been what David Fravor saw. Easy. And we got some other ones here too. I might have to get going. I got this one here. It's got extra wings on it, and it's got forward, leaning forward, angled forward wings. Maybe to get hypersonic speeds. There's the old drones. And they can dump them out the back of a plane here. Look. That looks like a real plane. So these ones are not rendering, is it? Weird looking. So it releases a thing at the back and releases two. Or was it one? Releases one. Kind of looks like a Tic Tac as well, doesn't it? And it's got little fins at the back here. It's not quite the same as the other one though. What have we got here? That one looks like a funny looking shape. Cone's not symmetrical, look. You know, I was looking at that one that they said was a missile being tested. Well, it could have been something like this, because it did have a shape like that on one end. Remember I said it looked like it could easily have been going the other way. Like I said, all these things seem to connect at some point. There's that one again. What's that one doing? Oh, right, it's firing missiles. There's Corbell's drone. Well, it's getting closer, similar to it. What's that one? See, it's got little tiny wings. Of course, according to Mick West, it's not wings though. But if it's got little tiny wings and they heat up, they're going to show up in thermal like that, aren't they? Or look a wee bit distorted. See, that one's got little wings in the middle too. And it looks like it's retractable fins there. Kratos. What's this one? Yeah, recovered Gremlins drone. Let's have a look at that one. DARPA again. Takes its first flight. What year was this? It's always supposed to look at the year numbers. Here we go. Updated in 2020. And that's come out after the Nimitz stuff. So how long they've been working on it? 20 years. So it's called a gremlin. That's kind of a strange name, isn't it? Does that mean it's like it interferes with radar? A gremlin in the radar system? Could well be, eh? Jet power drone flew for an hour and 41 minutes. But does it go into water? But the craft was lost due to a malfunction of the parachute recovery. So they reckon they lost it. 5 drones were built as part of this phase of program. Doesn't say whether it goes in water. See, the noses goes down here. I'll post a link to that too, that's kind of interesting. Should have put the word DARPA in there though. I suppose it doesn't really matter. That'll probably get flagged on their spy network, right? Oh, we got to get silence this guy. He's ruining our disinformation. So the thing is, they could say it's UFOs and aliens, saying it's covering up a program like this, when it's actually aliens and UFOs, right? It's like that sort of double, what do you call it, smoke and mirrors. So yeah, I will just say it's part of this secret experiment, and of course it didn't work too well, so we'll just reveal it as it was a swarm of these being tested, and people will just forget about the UFOs and aliens. And obviously that doesn't happen. What else we got? Anything? 1,000 unmanned. Well, that looks like a TR3B there. Wins 93 award. Let's have a look at that one. So it's interesting links we're finding today. What year was this one? Where's the year number? Anything there? There we go. What year was that? 2015. The time of the gimbals. The gimbal UFOs. Yeah. No, 2013. Even before the gimbal stuff. So it was already around. Alright, that's the X-47B. That's the one they're currently mucking around with in space, isn't it? So what have they done? Picked it up from the sea, or does it land on the aircraft carrier? Well, that's very interesting. But it does look like a TR-3B, doesn't it? Or it even looks like a stealth plane. But a lot of those got reported as UFOs at one stage. The program could open up exciting future capabilities for Navy, small deck service, combatants, and US Marine Corps air. Blah blah blah. Okay, is that what we got on that one? Just shows you all that stuff's been around for a long time, and we're only just hearing about it. So makes you wonder though, if they're reverse engineering alien technology, why aren't they using it to end these wars very quickly? Mind you, the Iraq war did use a lot of advanced technology, and it ended pretty much within a week, doesn't it? And then you had all the underground terrorists that go on forever and forever. You never ever control that sort of thing. Terrorism is your neighbor lurking in the shadows. There's no way you can fight that. You have to be out in the open to rid it. And that's the problem that they're having in the Middle East at the moment with the Hamas. I'd rather not talk about it though, but so these are all the different things they're trying out. Oh, a low-flying plane outside. Project takes flight. What's that one? That looks like a Corbell thing, is it? It's fairly long. Let's get rid of that one. It's taking up too much screen space. Clicked the wrong thing. Get rid of that. Let's keep on going. Because this is quite interesting. There might be something we've missed here. What's that one? That's also got the funny nose on it. That looks like a render and drawing off what we just saw with a real one. What the hell? What the hell is that? Rotor buzz. Robot legs on a helicopter. Weird. So you don't know what they're working on, do you? And look at this thing. Looks like something out of World War II, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure the Germans were working on stuff like that too. But they were using rockets, not propellers. So it goes really, really fast. And this one here has got holes in the wings. Now if you had that flying over your house in America when they were testing it, you would swear that was like a TR-3B. So you just don't know. You just don't know what they're doing X-plane during. So it'd be like Star Wars, wouldn't it? You know, it'd be like the War of the Drones. I'll just zoom out a bit again. What's this one? Up in the sky, is it? Where's that one? Maybe they're working on giant drone. We need to look at that one too, don't we? Although Vice News is pretty garbage. What year was it again? 2017. So it's going back a wee bit. Okay, there we go. It's like some sort of strange looking crane. Yeah, it's got a strange looking drone. Alright, let's just keep on looking. Here's a yellow one. That looks like a submarine. Manta, there you go. Manta undersea drone. You never know what you're going to find out. Manta, eh? Why call it Manta? Because it doesn't even look like a manta. I would have called it something like the Worm or something like that. Yellow Submarine, Beatles song. Carbon fiber. At least the PlayStation controller makes sense here. So they control it with a game controller. So where's the rest of the article though? There we go. That filter make it horrible to read that one. Any pictures, videos? Looks like some sort of government site, is it? Security. Anomalous sub should recharge and resupply in perfect stealth. So there you go. Could be endlessly going around the sea, recharging itself. Its first accurate accretion. Okay. But we got no video of it. Only has a life of 70 hours on battery. Well, that's pretty good. Better than our smartphones. 2015 again. So when you start thinking about the gimbal video, could it be something like this that come from the sea, went into the air? And that fast thing where they said it was possibly a large balloon could easily be some sort of DARPA experiment like this. And you could just saw the Corbell image of that drone with the sphere oval bit to the top of it. That would be what it looked like in the gimbal video, wouldn't it? Looking downwards when you think about it. I think we've lost people, have we? I don't think anyone's watching anymore, but anyway. Looks like I'm not going to get through all the tabs. Because I'm getting a bit hungry. I haven't eaten anything myself, and like the dog at the moment. 2.5 hours is probably long enough, but we got the third phase stuff to go through, yeah. But we'll finish up on that, I guess. So we looked at that one. New Scientist, a drone that can perch like a bird. Way more interesting than Corbell's image anyway. What was this one? Mick again. Okay. Planes and birds and infrared sensors, if they're not exactly in focus, look like spheres and tic-tacs. Although I've just given you a load of examples where it could be just simple DARPA projects that are still classified. So what's this?
Sensors, if they're not exactly in focus, look like spheres and tic-tacs because they're out of focus, and that's what they do. And then as you get closer and you refocus them, they come back in. And so you
we know a lot of the stuff that appeared on Third Phase and grifters like that were actually planes in distance where you don't see the wings or tail fin, and it blends in with the sky or the cloud colours. So KirkPatrick is correct there.
You get some of that. Not everything, but you get some of that. But there's, and how do you learn what that is? You gotta dig into the bit layer. You gotta do things that some of my physicists
you gotta use the apps,
love,
mate.
right? You gotta actually get down in there and figure out what the auto gain sensor level is, and so you can figure out if it did it defocus.
Start with flight radar. That will at least get you half there.
Focus at the time. I mean, all of that takes time. It's not instant. I can't do that overnight. Planes and birds in infrared sensors, if they're not exactly in focus, look like spheres and tic-tacs because.
And of course, it could be exotic drone technology by USA as well as other countries. So we're still back to square one on this, whether it's alien technology or man-made. And yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors, and we'll never get an answer from Arrow on this. All the good cases won't come to light, as I keep telling you from the beginning of this live show. So it looks like that was our presentation, was it? And planes and birds and infrared sensors produce a heat signature that such sensors are designed to accurately detect. Well, that's a good point, you know. You'd have like artificial intelligence image matching on the heat signatures, and it should give you an indication of what most likely it is, and cannot reasonably be mistaken for a heat signature produced by advanced technology. Yes, it occasionally is. Have you seen it yourself? Do you have proof? Wasn't the Tic Tac something that Commander Fravor saw with his naked eyes? Yes, but what was seen in the video was not and does not look rather out of focus. There you go. So he's not going to change his mind on that, is he? So we've just gone through a lot of good stuff before that looked like what David Fravor saw. He's sticking to it with a plane, but I would say it could easily be experimental drone still. That can go into water. And it could be man-made or aliens. So we just don't know. It's a low information zone again, unless we get more information like radar data and HD video instead of the crappy video we got. But 2004, there's not going to be much better, is there? But 2015 should have had better images of what they released in there. Anyway, I might just post that link there. You can have a read of the comments, because the comments are a wee bit more interesting. What's that one under that? Yeah, okay. I don't think I want to listen more to that. Oh, Mick West has got his own agenda there, you know. Arrow head. Now, I don't do too bad for someone that only spends a fraction of a time researching at the moment. I still can put together a decent show, I think. And still bring up more interesting stuff than all the other talking heads out there that keep going over all the negative stuff rather than looking at it on a even middle ground open mind. What we got next? Alright, I was going to talk about tall whites because my experience with it. We finished with that one too. No, we got through that. I thought I was only going to spend 10 minutes on it, and it ended up being, what, 2.5 hours. So, tall whites, yeah, I suppose we could push that to another day, actually. That looks like another good one. Got a couple good other things listed there, but yeah, coming up to 5 o'clock here. Let's have a quick look at third phase and wrap up for the day on that. Third phase of fake. Okay, this is going to be a laugh, I think, and it have a lot of music on it. What's the bet? We won't hear the actual video audio.
And somebody who
captured. Yep, there's the drum beat. Is that loud enough? Let me just check.
In his backyard in Peru. Watch this.
That's probably loud enough. Yeah, got that third phase music on it. Just put caption on. Mute that sucker. So what are we looking at here, guys? Let's see if we can suss it out. Kind of looks like a skinny-legged person wearing a white suit. Or is it pareidolia? Ah, that's straight into the interdimensional astro projection. Location of this in Peru is really makes me wonder, you know, I'm not sure, blah blah blah, light. So was it meant to be aliens stepping out of a craft? Or could it be a picture of one of those guys that were flying the flyboard, remember? That someone said that they were trying to scare off the villagers because they wanted them out of the area for mining for gold. Okay, we got a regular torch. Why is it so blurry and crap video all the time from these guys? Anyone could have dressed up like that in a suit and overexposed it and blurred it. They could have faked it themselves, you know. You just don't know with them, because they've done plenty of fakes. Looks like a white cap there, doesn't it? So looks like maybe a black shirt and a white suit. Or what else could it be? Let's see. We ain't got a video, so a video would be able to prove if it's moving and all that sort of business. Just a stupid, overexposed dark photograph with no detail. Look, it's all smudgy and horrible. Looks like your hand might be gripping a torch there. I don't know. Some security guard? So what is the story? Because we can't listen to it because I got music. Yeah, you can see there's multiple shade scan on here, so I don't think it's some sort of camera artifact or light. But why would you do a mess like that? That means you got to have your camera on some strange long exposure settings there while you're moving at the same time. Triple exposure. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. It could be filmed through triple layer glass as well. That could be why it's blurry. Is it being filmed through some sort of vehicle window? I'm not sure if I've read anything like that in the text below. Again, it's just bullshit. Inconclusive, low information, so... And these guys don't bring us the date and time. Just a general location Peru, but we ain't got a GPS location that was taken. So they're talking about jetpack man. But that does look like it could be a jetpack man. But it's hard to know, isn't it? It's just garbage. Walking through the forest and he catches someone in the dark. With a white cap on. And where would Third Face get this from? Did they find it on Reddit, TikTok? Or were they sent it? Or did they fake it themselves? We just don't know, and that's why they're garbage. So why is the guy not be on there being interviewed saying, oh yeah, I took these photographs and you can ask me anything you want about that night? Why is that not happening? Because they probably saw this video on YouTube and asked permission to use it, probably. Now, what are we looking at here? Is that the same? Well, it looks like the same quality video. Is that meant to be the UFO it comes from? It kind of looks like a lantern on wobbling around. Or is it simply CGI? It kind of looks like a street lamp, doesn't it? You know, a little thing up the top. Like a high mask light or something. And we got no reference points, and that makes it really hard to analyze and solve it. And GPS coordinates, so you can go to Street View, maybe even see one of these funny shaped lamps, street lamps that goes around and down like this. Let's see if we can find one. Street lamp, like I don't know what type of hat you would call it. Oh, I misspelled it, but anyway, we should be able to correct that. Let's see what we got. Ah, there we go. Got one that looks very similar, but not correct. There's another one. Let's see. Could easily be that one. And we know it's in Peru, so we could probably narrow it down. Look at this one. That looks like a good flying saucer. Ah, here we go. Outside with gas lamp, right? That's what it could be. There you go. Look, gas lamp underneath. Bingo, solved. Let's try Peru. Now, why would Peru want to fake it? Because they want to get tourists into the area. They can sell it to newspapers for $300 a pop, you know, a story. Images you could probably sell for a few $1,000s. So this is in Mexico, I mean Peru, not Mexico. And we got stuff that looks like, lights that look like that. Although that one's a crown. They got those ones. Just see if I can zoom in. Oh, there we go. Could be someone filming that at night time. Oh look, a guy with a white hat. What is that, a street worker? What's that? Thousands of protesters. He's got a yellow white hat on there. So could it be like an old protester video? Look, you got the white and yellow type tops there. Is that in Peru? I don't know. So you could take some old video there and blur it out. The question is, what street is that? Because that looks like one of these lamps that we're looking at. I may have solved it. Let's just go to the article and have a look. Can we see what the lamps look like? They curve around. There's one there. That's a shame we can't see that one. Well, it looks like white, yellow tops. Whereabouts is it? Lima. Is that Peru? Oh, there you go. Peru. So there you go. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Third phase or so on, find some videos of this protest and think, oh, we can turn that street lamp into a UFO and that person into an alien coming out of it. So, that's how I sort of follow the evidence or the pattern matching. So it'd be good to find more images of that one maybe and see what the street lamps are like. And they look like those type of lights. I wonder if we've got any decent pictures here though. Maybe do a street view of that location. Let's just have a look at the lights there. I'll just type that in. There we go. Yeah, it's got a lot of these old-fashioned type lights. So we need a clearer picture of that there. So let's get maps. What do we got here? Looks like the right kind of lights to me. Probably need to go street view though. How are we going to do it? I need to see it, but my eyes are a wee bit crappy at the moment. Anywhere there. Yeah, that one looks like a regular light. That's not what we're seeing in the pictures. That looks more modern Leighton. Where's the lamp ones we saw? I've got graffiti. I'll just make you a bit sick. Zooming in. See, they're too modern. What's that? Is that a ship? I guess a building. It looks like a ship. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they built it out of a ship or around the ship. Don't know. We need to go into the older city. This might take ages to find the right place where that protest was. Do we have a name of a street here somewhere? Places. Anti-government protests. Oh no, not anti-government. Surely not. Well, we got a location street. That's what I want. Looks like it was in a few places. That makes it even harder then. Didn't see anything about street or blocks names. That's not going to help us. So we want to look for similar lights to this. Let's drop somewhere else. I've got to get going. What's that? I'm not gonna. Let's go there, deeper in the middle. Nope, looks too modern still. Where would be the old city? It's all modern. Yeah, I suppose. So this is why it's low information zone. We need a lot more information. Or where they're meant to be filming. Although they could lie. But you should be able to do a daytime snap of where you were standing, right? And you should be able to match it up on Google Earth and all that sort of business. If it was done right. Instead of just wanging it up as an alien coming out of UFO. Well, they've got plenty of high mast lights there. But they're not the ones we're after. What's all this up here? Buildings? What's all this? So it got distorted, so it looks like it. What is it? Cranes? What is it? It looks like it's got distorted. That's the problem with Google's camera. You can see because of the how the algorithm works with the stretching of the images, right? As we rotate around. And they got a sort of crazy dome camera creating these strange artifact shapes to the images. Is it trees? What was it? What's those in the background? Can't see them anymore, can I? Oh, well, weird trees of the trees. Cell towers? Strange. Yeah, I don't know. We could spend ages looking around. Probably be best to look for images. There's the protests. Anyway, there's not much we can do with it. Well, there you go. Indirect lighting. Looks a wee bit like UFOs. Yeah. What are these LED lights here? What's that? Cell tower? Here's some old-fashioned ones. It's got a stem going up. But I don't think it's that one because you'd see the rest of it shining up. So unless it's one that stands out a bit more from the pole, then maybe. What the hell is that? Anyway, we got the. It's a good thing to have a look at that sort of stuff. It's interesting. Yeah, is it a street lamp? Maybe it's on a cable, one of those cable lamps. Looked more like a lamp then, didn't it? And he's just moving the camera around. I've got no reference points. this is what you call highly suspect, possibly fake, with a lamp type UFO video. Real good footage, man. What garbage that Third Face puts up without any investigation whatsoever. I've probably done more in the last 15 minutes than they did. They just slammed it up into a video and made probably a couple $100 out of it, probably. Oh, quite a lot. 29,000 views. Put 4 ads on it. Probably easy a couple $100 to $400 probably they made out of that. Anyway, what else we got? Diamond shaped UFO. So that sounds like what we looked at last time with them, with the Globo Alarma balloons, you know, the festive balloons. So where are we now? Ah, there you go. It could be one of those hot air balloons, right? And they don't actually have people on them. They just launch them and they just float around above the city. Not sure what the purpose of the festive is to make these strange looking things. I think it's meant to scare off the evil spirits, isn't it? That looks very similar to what we looked at previously in the last live, right? If you missed it, go back and have a watch of it. And you can actually get UFO balloons that look like that as well. Advertising balloons that break free. Looks like it's drifting really, really slowly. Of course, when people film these, they don't pick up like a handful of leaves, throw it up in the air to show what the wind direction is where they are. Although it doesn't look too high up, the wind could be going in the same direction, because we do know the wind does change direction every, was that 500 feet? You can look it up again, wind direction per height. And if they're near the coast, it's changes it, and if they're in the mountain range, it changes it all too. Mountain wind direction. Oh, I got a typo, have I? Wind direction per altitude, I suppose. Okay. And we should find a graph. So there's some here. And it just shows you wind and altitude. So it looks like it's every 200 feet, does it? 400, 600. So it's going in this direction. As it's getting closer to 200, it goes in the opposite direction. And as you get to 300, it's more in the direction, and then it changes back around before it gets to 400. Goes in the other way. Then it gets past that layer. It's coming up to 600, goes way back in speed here. So it gets faster and faster. So what's all the indications there? Different things. And here's one here. Average wind speed per altitude. And what they got it in meters or yards? Oh, kilometers. So that one's less defined. So that's 10 kilometers above. So they got it going all this direction here, but that's not what the other graph was saying. like these ones here, similar to the other one. Quite interesting about wind speed, how it can change directions, and people don't realise that, you see. They got the Apollo, what's her name is? That silly woman that I don't like, clueless.
I'm not seeing why they do this. We're only getting this one report from this one
That's one of those Alarma Globi type balloons, isn't it?
individual. I'm not sure. Your thoughts?
You know, I think the technology
There it is. I just don't like her voice.
on it definitely seems to be something that isn't piloted by someone. It doesn't look very large, so I don't know. I think maybe
She don't know. She's clueless. She's a talking head. She's only on there for ratings.
it could be some new device that's being tested out. I'm not really sure, but
I need a drink.
It seems to be often happening from this area. In the
So,
world, so
me straight away goes to a street lamp that's out of focus being faked. And they're talking about other shit, as you can see. They don't know what they're talking about.
definitely interesting.
It seems that when we're sharing these videos on Third Phase of Moon, years later
Oh, you're sharing them, are you? What for? Not to get disclosure or information out there, but to make more disinformation and clutter with noise and make money, Blake.
see these kinds of technology put themselves out. So
Technology, what, a lampshade on a cable?
is this some kind of new technology, a new type of drone?
No.
Oh, I do want to say that when, you know, it came by the 5G tower earlier, it reminded me of, you know, the stories of UFOs being seen over
Stupid music.
nuclear bases and basically depowering nuclear bases.
Just talking garbage, so not really solving the video, not giving us information. What else we got here though? Anything more interesting?
But another thing that came to mind for me was
Ah, this one's different. Okay, let's just meet here. Turn that off. Let's have a look. Yeah, coming up. What's this one? What's this coming down? And why is it only a short video, and why are people not panning around? So straight away it makes me wonder they know exactly what this is. Looks like a walkway over a river next to a major city. No information on the screen, location, time. Could that be birds being lit up diving into water? I don't know. I'll have to slow it down. We got a bunch of lights up here. Almost looks like something you see in a sci-fi movie where they jump out of a spaceship and come down flying suits and land with guns and all that. Could it be drones? It could well be, couldn't it? Could be the drones that can go into water. But where's it disappear there? I don't see it disappearing. Why is it all blurry videos just like the last one? Could it be a reflection on a window they're filming through? And they have like some sort of like Xmas lights that are going downwards, rotating. Is it actually going into the water? Of course, they'll be saying it's USOs going into the water there, but that can't be very deep there. Let's just listen to them.
Here and was thrown out, but it seems like they're being thrown out of something that's already up there, and there's
something being thrown out.
these lights under it, so it kind of looks like a ship to me. So very
A ship in the sky to her.
interesting for sure.
Well, it could be an airship with some fireworks underneath it.
Some kind of ship releasing drones, orbs.
See how it disappeared there? Don't look like it went into the water and splashed.
Into the Canal of Italy. Brent, your thoughts on that? Again,
Canal in Italy. Let's just do a quick search on that. Canal, Italy. Light show. Let's see what comes up. A light show for the magical events of Venice. Fireworks on the canal. New Year's Eve, a great show. Okay, let's have a look. Italy. Alright, here we go. It didn't look like that though, but it doesn't mean we can rule it out. It looks like the same canal. It could be like could be that we're seeing the edge of fireworks and the debris coming downwards like this into the water. Alright, you know, you with me? So let's just keep. So, and this has been cropped, right? And it's blurry. So could it be fireworks on the Canal of Italy?
again, I thought this could have been a different part of the region in this world, but when we heard that this was
Looks like it could be firework debris, couldn't it?
Italy, we need to
So it went in there.
share this. This is very unusual. Paula states that you can kind of see a ship up there. These orbs are just being like thrown out, thrusted towards the water, turning into USOs.
So if we had a date and time, we might be able to nail this one. I'm just trying to see those lights, that the mothership they're talking about, but I'm not seeing
here?
it.
You can just see them just like ricochet.
That's garbage. Do we get a slow motion? No, there's nothing about that one again. Let's just go back. Whereabouts does it start there? No. It's garbage video. Here.
Multiple UFOs and
Let's just mute that clown. And of course this looked like it would have those lampshades like we just saw previously along the walkway, you know. So let's just zoom out a bit and step it. We've got motion blur. Looks like they're flipping and rotating. I've got no parachutes. Where did it disappear there? I didn't see where they went to. Alright. Look, it only appears there. Alright, it's just all lights reflecting off the water. It's a terrible video. So it looks like a lot of smoke like you get from fireworks going on here. See that there? Oh, right, there we go. Is that a plane dropping some fireworks? More skydivers. Or drones. Still could be drones. Simulating like a comet coming down and going into the water. It looks like it's some sort of festive event anyway. Not aliens going into a canal. That's what they're claiming. Someone will know exactly what it is. Alright. Oh, I've got to get going. I don't think there's pyro skydivers jumping out of a plane. See how they sort of come out and then they slow down a wee bit there, and like they've got parachutes on. Looks like they're drifting a wee bit. That's a parachute and they're still coming down. So we don't see it hit the water. I think we're not going to be able to solve this one, but it does look like man-made stuff going on. Could be like some sort of drone supply where they drop like a pyro technique with a small parachute, so it slows down instead of going really fast and hits into the water. Let's see what else we got. There we got, what did I search for? Light show drones. Fireworks or pyro. Let's see. 2020 drone show. Lux. High technology. Okay, let's have a quick look at that one. So similar to what they did on Skinwalker Ranch, folks. That. Oh. Why is it not meeting? Drones in a box. Not as good as the military one. Yeah, it looks like it's going to look ranch, guys. Well, it looks similar to that video though. Just have them coming down, turn off the lights, and just hover over the water and don't actually go into it. That looks losing day. Let's have a look at that one. That looks like it's Italy, is it? Yeah, it's a bit hard to know, but it looks like it's in Italy. Okay, that one's got pyro drone. Let's have a look. It looks like it's in China. But we can see what sort of things they can do though. Yeah. Skyfish. Very interesting. Looks like tentacles. Very clever. Oh, there's water. Oh, here we go. There you go. Let's see. It's very similar, isn't it? But they got long tails on those ones. There you go, mothership. That could be it. There's a mothership, and it's got bits coming off it and falling downwards. Look. So for they're too far away. That was using fireworks at the same time. That look like a good match there to me. Anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. I'll post a link to that. That's quite interesting. How do we get the link? YouTube. I think we're on the right track here. Copy. Thirdphaseofmoon. Drone show with some pyrotechnics added to it. They might be practicing on that night, so it might be just one that they're practicing with to make sure it all works, you know, the programming. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up now. I need to get. It's nearing dinner time. I'm not eating all day. Drone show, like third phase video, but we see it portrait clipped. We only see the edge of it. Anyway, that will do me for today. We must have done a few hours by now. 3 hours, 15 minutes or something. Alright, okay, that's long enough. I'll do the tall whites and the Faradays and all that next time, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to say good night and kick off the end credits. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll vanish now. Vanish. Good night. Hopefully you enjoyed the show anyway. I'm not 100%. Let's say good night up there. And get my tool here for ending. I'll just play some credits before I kick off build. I better watch out for the loudness. There we go. It's a quick together show today. Oh, that wasn't meant to come up. Pushed the wrong button there.